Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dragon Age Inquisition. When we last left off, we were about to enter the Grand Ballroom and I believe finish this mission off. Because it's been a while. It's been like 2.5 episodes. Or 2 episodes. We know it was her. Okay, the lady. That lady. Did she not see me?
The Maker, you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
No. Deal with the Duchess. Publicly expose the Duchess for crimes, avoiding further bloodshed. I like that.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying, all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds. All your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Yeah.
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out.
Why does Solus approve that I speared her?
Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private.
Is that it? I had thought there'd be like a boss fight or something at the end of this.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I mean, Gaspard was obviously planning a coup. Did she help stop Florian? She kinda did.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
Florian,
You
sorry.
were working together.
Of course.
Met your mercenary captain.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs. I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually you'll convince somebody.
Well, his men were here.
Here, I have the letter Gaspard penned to his general ordering his men into position inside the palace.
Can you blame me? Considering what transpired, preparing to repel an attack was the course of wisdom.
He didn't murder the emissary. She even said herself that she was framed for that. But he did make threats.
And of course, he made death threats to the Council of Heralds. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I don't think he should die.
To dissolve his support for the throne, Your Majesty. You don't need to take his life.
As a favor to you, Inquisitor, I will let him live. Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire on pain of death.
Is that all? You're too kind, Celine.
How do those guys know to come here and take him?
For all your efforts tonight, I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
I was thinking of doing the other one with Briala's reward, but
You have done a service for the
oh,
Empire
I'm sorry,
never
Cole.
to be forgotten, my friend.
I don't think he had to die.
This is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again.
Yay!
Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Peace.
Ending the war was the first step. Our final goal must be peace for all, Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
Hey, Morgan.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It is most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
They ran out of punch.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly.
I love her eyes.
By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages.
She could turn into a spider.
I suspect this is also true of Corypheus. Thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Good.
Welcome
Welcome
to
aboard.
the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
She doesn't seem that happy about it. Man, I didn't get my dance with Sarah, though. That sucks.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
He surely will. But we'll be ready for whatever comes. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
I could get a dance with her. Maybe.
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I would love to, my lady.
Well, at least I got to dance with somebody. I don't know why Sarah doesn't like me. Why doesn't she like me? I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe it's a glitch. Are there glitches that can prevent that from happening? Surely not with all the updates this game must have had over the years. I don't know. So we're probably going to spend the rest of the episode talking to everybody
The
again.
matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
Okay,
I'm well
jeez.
aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
It's always something. How can I help you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
No, they
But
can't.
surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Phaedos. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the Divine. How is that possible?
Not yet, but they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least.
Months?
If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
I'd have to let them decide.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
Sorry. I don't want them
Don't
gone
let
for
them
months.
detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Sure thing. Okay. Ooh, influence went way up. 3,200. Let's talk to Blackwell. I guess. Oh, there's an exclamation mark. I doubt I picked up anything that's super worth it. Maybe. Sure. Wyvern guitar. Ooh, I like the red one. Too bad it's much weaker than anything else I have. Oh, yeah. Should probably put that back on. Cassandra. I put on a bunch of masks. Sarah. Mostly all I got were masks. Ranged defense, huh? Nope. Let's give him this one. Okay. Actually, you know what? Why don't I keep those masks just in case for some reason I need them. I'll keep the formal attire too. Who knows when I might need it. These were probably gifts.
The Inquisition is on its tail. That thing is a coward.
Oh, Blackwell has something for me to do. What's up, Blackwell? Everything all right?
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Sure. Okay.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them. Cut the dog down.
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't.
Why are you telling me this?
Pretended it wasn't happening.
You couldn't have been the only one there, and no one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Ah.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Okay, that was a lot heavier than I thought it would be. Who the hell is Kabat? Hello?
Inquisitor.
And you are?
Bartender. Cabin.
Just the bartender?
You were expecting...
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
What's the current mood?
Sprightly.
Where did you study? I assume you're trained.
Bartending? I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home during feast day family visits. My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
You're a bit of a hard ass. Why are you here?
If I could fight, I'd be in a helmet. If I was a mage, I'd throw fire. And probably be dead. But I can't do anything. Just like the hundreds of people who can't do anything. Who make sure the thousands who can do something can do it. Besides, if you know a safer place than your castle, do share.
What's the word out there?
Thieves have made off with our stores of cookie dough. No, it's personal.
As you were.
Okay, so I can do stuff in here. Can I talk to you? Okay. Anything new, Crumb?
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
What would you like to know?
I think I already asked all this.
We'll talk later.
Anything new, Bull?
You know I've got no problem with Orleans, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I agree.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss. Damn, these are good. Are these nuts or seeds or whatever? They're good.
Alright.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Maybe it's upstairs.
Inquisitor, it was amazing. Sorry, slow down. Your quartermaster outfitted me, and I got trained to hunt the bad.
Oh yeah, that.
In your name. I hired Voth here. Don't tell anyone. He's a mage. A good one, though. Thank you for trusting me.
I don't care if he's a mage.
I'll pay you back, I swear.
Who are you again?
Good work. Keep with the training. We'll need every hand.
Yes. Yes, your worship. We'll do just that. Won't we, Voth? He doesn't speak, but he's thankful too.
Okay.
This is the start of something grand. I know it.
Guess we'll talk to Cole. Hey, Cole.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
I agree.
That would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
Cool.
You're still able to sense the feelings of others, aren't you?
Yes, I still feel things. Flashes of their minds. Pain, hurt, all of it. It's not so loud anymore. I make more noise myself, so I don't hear as much unless I want to. I remember more things, though. It lets me learn.
That's good.
I see why something I said would bother Cullen. Maybe I'll do it less.
Are you still physically the same, or are you fully human?
I was always fully human. I can do everything I could do before, except make people forget. The way I move comes from my mind, not my body. As long as I remember some of the Fade, it remains. My body is just like the real Cole's, except that he was a mage. I'm not.
Why aren't you a mage?
I can't know for sure, but the real Cole, his father beat him, killed his mother. His sister might have died, too. I don't know if that was real or what the demon made me think. Then the Templars threw Cole in darkness and starved him, all because he had magic. He thought that if he didn't have magic, I'm what he wanted to be. Him, but normal. So no one would hurt him.
Why can't you make people forget you anymore?
Because I'm real. The forgetting was for both sides. They weren't frightened by me, and I wasn't hurt by them. Making people forget was a defense against people attacking me, and having what they saw in me stick. Because I'm real, everything sticks. Whatever people think or feel about me stays.
Can you still help people if you can't make them forget?
It's harder. I can't start over if I do it wrong. But seeing me changes them. They know a person wants them to hurt less. That helps.
What's the difference between you and the spirit now?
Spirits are... they just are. Most of them sense something that interests them and stick to it. They don't remember much. It keeps them pure, but it also keeps them from learning, from growing. I wanted to help people, but I only knew enough to do it in the simplest way. Now I can see more. I also want to hit people a lot. Varric is helping with that.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Varric is helping with your urge to hit people, or Varric is helping you hit more people? Anyway, why is this door closed? Are we okay?
For Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Caritas, right in the dangle bag.
What's wrong?
Alright, you're clearly annoyed. What can I do?
You're doing fine. It's the dead piled up in Halam Sharal that's nagging at me. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse?
That's true.
Place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs, that stop a ball.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things.
I love her
Their
laugh.
little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Yeah.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
I will do that, Sarah. That was interesting. Didn't get any points with her, though. Unfortunate.
Can't wait, what's on?
Alright.
I'd like to know more about you.
I'm going to go through these again.
Embarrassing enough now, may as well.
I think that after our rooftop chat, I get why you're not like other elves.
Don't bring this up again, yeah? You'll spoil your butter from last time. Really, let's just be us.
We'll talk later.
If you say so. Love seeing you, yeah? We should drop something next time.
She said that before, so these are repeating. Will you love me now?
Love seeing you, yeah?
If you love seeing me, then...
I was thinking you and I should get to know each other.
Look, you're nice.
Damn it.
Let's travel around more. I get to know you. We'll see.
What if it's a glitch? What if I never get to know her? Or what if she never wants to... Damn it.
Inquisitor.
What? Oh, you want to talk now? Why can't I talk to you?
Thank you.
Graham, stop standing on chairs.
True enough.
Alright, well, can't do anything with that.
Fine day to you.
Okay.
I was hoping we could speak privately.
Are we not?
Right. Of course we are. The flirting.
The flirt?
With me. I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
If it makes you uncomfortable, I can stop.
Inquisitor, I hope you understand I cannot return your affection.
You don't have to say any more, Cassandra.
I think perhaps I do. You are the Herald of Andraste, and my leader, and a woman. I take it as a compliment, truly. I hope we can remain friends.
Of course. Okay. I get it, you're straight. I'm not. That's why I'm going after Sarah. I'm still going to flirt with you, though. Oh, Vivian. Hello, Vivian.
Dear,
Side
I'm
boob.
afraid I must ask you for help.
Okay.
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
I eagerly waited my own success.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
Okay. That's in the Exalted Plains.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
No, maybe I should have read that. Phoenix Eyes. Anything else? Oh, there it is. Damage bonus against Darkspawn. Cool.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace.
If you say so.
An empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you'd like to do more often, then?
What? Should you twist an entire empire around your little finger? Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Leaves only to Winter. it wouldn't work as well there?
No. Why not?
Our dancers are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. Fascinating.
Interesting.
I should go.
Naturally.
The Empress has gifted us with a selection of rare books. I can't wait till they arrive.
Okay.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor.
You say that a lot, but
What is your evaluation of how...
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency.
anything new, Fiona?
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor. Research on your behalf is almost too kind. I hope you know what you're doing. Do be wary of anything that man proposes.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it.
Liliana. There you are.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. You're right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
You got it. Anything else?
Inquisitor?
I'll leave you to your work.
Okay. Just got everybody up here. Got Dorian, Vivian, Cassandra, Liliana. I need Solus. Cullen.
are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
I'm glad you liked it.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Am I sensing concern over how we dealt with Briala?
No. Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
You should consider it.
You are an elf, and a powerful mage as well. Have you ever considered trying to help your people?
How? By attacking Orlesian nobles? Should I skulk around the Dales, mourning my lost heritage? I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start. It speaks
suppose.
well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears. Greetings.
We'll talk later.
I mean, he's got some good points, but I don't like his callousness when it comes to, you know, helping his own people. Hey, Cullen. How's the whole, Lyrium thing? You look good.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. Never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
The past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
Me.
I've met good people here. Knowing they have my back, it helps.
You certainly keep interesting company.
I do, don't I?
I do as well.
That was nice. Oh, where am I? Ah, here's Morrigan. Apparently I can travel directly to her. Hello, Mother Giselle. It's been a while.
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden maidens. I understand from Sister Liliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
I'm so sorry. That must have come as quite a shock.
I still believe.
The Maker didn't need to send Andraste to me physically for me to be her herald.
I am glad to see your faith has not deserted you. You will need it in battles to come. It is wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now,
Agreed.
is there anything I can help you with?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
We have many injured. The siege of Adamant was brutal for all involved. Even so, more flock to your banner. They have heard
there she
that
is.
the Inquisition defeated the legendary Grey Wardens.
And she's dressed like she was
Soldiers
in
have been blooded Inquisitors.
the last game.
They are veterans now, an army in more than just name.
Farewell, revered mother.
Farewell.
Hey, Morrigan. You were one of my favorite characters in Origins.
'Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like it here.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice.
Thank you.
You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. It is that he actually may.
Well, thanks for that.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kukari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated. We did not part on good terms. I regret a great deal, but that, most of all. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Sure. Okay. Let's talk to Varric and Josephine. Oh,
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you. The second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
No. Oh.
Tell me more about Bianca.
Not making any promises here. Ask.
So how long have the two of you been together?
Well, if you want to split hairs, we're not. Usually there's a continent between us at all times. We write letters. Now and then we manage to meet up. I don't know if that's together. Shit, it's been what, 15 years? Great. Now I feel old. Thanks.
What makes the Merchants Guild such a danger to her?
Well, to be fair, it's more of a danger to me. Technically, we're not supposed to be within 300 leagues of one another. If it got back to the guild that we were seen together, they'd freeze my assets and then have me killed. Maybe not in that order.
What in the world did you do to cause that?
We almost started a clan war. Does it matter? I can't change it now.
How do you know Bianca? The lady, I mean, not the crossbow.
I met her years ago when she still lived in Kirkwall, and I was looking for someone with mechanical skills. Bianca is, beyond a doubt, the most brilliant smith you'll ever meet. I haven't seen her since she got married and moved to Orlais.
Bianca is married? Somehow I thought the two of you had a history.
Bianca's family are Kalnas. Surface dwarves, so conservative they don't take a piss without asking the ancestors first. They picked out a smith caste boy for her. Wealthy, respected, has a great anvil collection. The perfect husband. I heard the wedding was lovely. The one Bianca actually showed up for, anyway.
Alright, tell me the truth. Bianca made your crossbow, didn't she? I mean, it has her name.
It's not that simple. The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta inventor who could never duplicate it. If they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one work, things would be bad. So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any more blood on my hands.
That's fair enough.
I guess that's it for now.
Sure. I'll be here.
Oh, I can still do more up there. I guess I'll be doing that next time. Hi, Josephine.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime.
Anything else?
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatory cult on the Nevaran Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is
Really?
difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Navarra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sigurd Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Does he now?
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
No, the fact that he likes cats is not the only reason I picked him. I kind of went with what Josephine said. I think signing with Tevinter.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
We've beaten their god twice over. Corypheus must be livid. Where is he now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
Is best if I show you.
Or you could just tell me. I don't want to go there now. I actually have to end this episode in a minute. Morrigan?
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Alright, now I'm curious. Sorry, I got a pot full of peanuts. I didn't get much of a dinner.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Uh-oh. This could be useful.
A useful trick. For one who knows the way, certainly. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
Well, then we should get it first. Or destroy it.
You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
You got it. This place creeps me out. Let's not come here again. I can see how that place would be useful, though. Alright. This episode's gone a bit long, and I'm sorry about that, but I still need to set up our missions. I should have done that at the beginning and not waited till the end. But I don't want to cut it out, so I'm going to go for a couple more minutes. It's very pretty. Morgan, anything else?
I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor. Trust me when I say that wherever the Illuvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
I'll talk to her more later. Right now we gotta finish this up. I'll get this stuff later. Alright, so I'm gonna get our missions going, and then we'll call it here. When we come back, I'm gonna go around and talk to everybody one more time, and then maybe do some side missions, since talking to everybody will probably take some time. And then after that, we'll head to the Arbor whatevers. Arbor Wilds. Alright, I wanted this one. Do I have another point? No, I don't. Ooh, there's so much to do. Patrols have found several dead humans and one Kunari not far from the Imperial Highway. Some of the dead men had leaflets on them decreeing the Inquisition a monstrous heretic. Or the Inquisitor monstrous heretic. Followed the trail to the cave near the coast. Initial reports suggest a sizable force hold up inside. Okay. Reports the cave the Kunari have taken is heavily fortified. We cannot estimate how many fanatics are inside or what defenses they have in place. Yeah. Send in the troops.
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
After the battle, they had to find a different route back because the tunnel had been collapsed. They found this letter. Liliana, a letter in dark volume with obvious dwarven markings. You follow instructions well. Respect of our territory is the first step. We shall see. See? I knew doing that was... listening to them was a good idea. Took an exchange of several favors, but Duke Sandril eventually agreed to intervene with his forces and guard the College of Magi's gates from the crowds. My ambassadors toured the college and assured me that the refugee mages there are most grateful for the Inquisition's actions. They sent us what artifacts were present, though whether they are what the Venatori sought is uncertain. The Duke himself is pleased in our handling of the situation. Okay. There's two things to do here in Ferelden, so I might as well get... or three things. Alright, looks like this has to be Cullen. Revenge of the Merchant's Guild. Oh, this has to be Josephine. Unset letter from Varric waits in the war room addressed to Jarek Dace, Dinner Merchant's Guild. Jarek, I need a key to the Merchant's Guild cipher from 1 month ago, and you still have payments left on the loan house Tathris gave you for your rescue mission to Amgorek. So I think we can make a deal. I get the cipher and your debt disappears like financial magic. And Nightingale, since I doubt you'll open this and read it before... since I know you'll open this and read it before it's sent, I don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Okay? Send the letter to Denerim. Getting the cipher will help Liliana find the killer. Sounds good.
Let us begin.
And this one. Offer from the Crows. Letter delivered to Skyhold. The sender claims to be a member of the Antivan Crows, an infamous guild of assassins. We encountered your agents in her... oh, I remember the Antivan Crows. It seems the Inquisition and the Crows share a target. Our employer bears no love for Lord Enzo due to, well, let's just say, it's a personal matter. Of course, I imagine your motivations are more to do with just the man's to Vinter friends. You know the Venatori, we know Enzo. Why compete for a man? Lend us your knowledge, and the job will be done far more quickly. You eliminate an enemy, our employer removes a political rival, and we get paid. A happy ending for all involved. Yeah, let's work with them.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, so that's all for today. Like I said, when we come back, we'll talk to everybody once more, set our new missions into motion, and possibly do some more side quests. So, if you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and take care.